Just read that one of my favorite fighters, James Kirkland, is coming back next month. I think it's March 14th against Mark Hernandez. I believe it is. Don't know much about Mark Hernandez. Sorry for that. But what's fun is that he's back. Okay, you're talking about a guy who only 4 of his fights in his career, he's had a 36-fight career, 34-2. Only 4 of his fights in his career, and I think they were early on in his career, did not end by stoppage either way. So you're talking about a guy who has lived his life, has fought in the boxing ring, balls to the wall. Either way it goes, he's either going to win big or he's going to lose big. And we need fighters like that in boxing. Whether you think he's elite or not, because he's not elite. His resume proves that, right? He has good wins against a Brian Vera, Joel Julio. Decent wins, but nothing big on his resume. Not a big career-defining win, Alfredo Angulo. But that's the thing. I remember the moments. He gave you, much like Arturo Gatti, he gave you moments, all right? And I'm not putting him up there as exciting as an Arturo Gatti, not the fights of the year candidates that Arturo Gatti put up, but great fights he was in nonetheless, and action-packed fights. And that's what we need more of in boxing now, where guys just coast to victories and take it easy. I remember, things I remember about James Kirkland are the training sessions. The HBO used to do the lead up to the fights and follow these guys in training sessions. I remember him and Ann Wolfe. That's just one of my favorite teams in modern boxing history. How she would have him pushing cars, and as the car is moving, he's hitting the heavy bag, and just in the middle of fields, and flipping tires, and just doing all kind of unconventional things in his training sessions. And that's what I remember most about James Kirkland, is his training sessions. And I don't know if he's going to have Ann Wolfe in his corner again for this fight. He got himself in trouble a couple times, and Ann Wolfe sort of distanced herself from him. But I would hope so. And I would hope, if he's with Ann Wolfe, that we get to see some of these training sessions. But more than anything, man, I'll just remember about him, and hopefully we get more of that coming up this month. Next month is more balls to the wall type of stuff. More, I'm either going to knock you out or I'm getting knocked out. All right. We'll remember his 2 losses to Ishida and Canelo, the nasty, nasty knockout loss to Canelo. But James Kirkland, to me, is the fighter that just goes out there, lets it all lay on the line, and wherever the chips may fall, they fall. All right, so 36 fights in his career, 32 of them have ended with a knockout or a stoppage either way. I love fighters like that. Love, love, love fighters like that. So props to James Kirkland. I'm glad to see him back, although 35 years old. And when you've had a career like that, and you have that mileage on yourself, and you have that, you've taken sort of that punishment, he's not going to be what he was. And it'll probably end ugly. And I would advise him to retire. Nonetheless, if he's a fighter, he's a fighter. It is what it is. And he is a fighter. So James Kirkland, back next month. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to end in a stoppage either way. And I wish him success, man, because he's one of my favorite fighters to watch in modern boxing. And wish him nothing but success next month. Peace.